thanks for watching the film. Actually, my cast and some cast and crew are here, so maybe you guys come up as well. So the DP Sam's from Australia, one of my best friends when I was living in Beijing. The additional photographer, Jose's from Portugal and Macau. So, and then two of our cast, Annie's from Macau, and Josephine is from Hong Kong. So, well, first of all, thank them for coming down. I mean, like, Annie is here for less than 24 hours just to catch the screening with us. So that's very cool. So feel free to ask us any questions. Feel free to ask them any questions, and me as well. So thanks. Or give us any feedback, not just questions. This is my friend anyway. This is my first film. I've never made any short films before this one, so I bet there's a lot of flaws, but I've shot 3 short films since then and they're in post-production right now. So you have to buy the DVD for this one, okay?
Can I just first congratulations on this first film, which is well, I agree it's a bit uplifting, and also I would say that the film is quite good. There's bound to be some flaws in every filmmaking. That one I have to agree. But just a question: how do you actually come up with the idea of this? Where do you get the idea for the script?
For the story, for the script.
Yeah, for the story. I mean.
Where did I get the idea? I think it was the unique situation of Macau in between like 2007 and 2008. And I decided to go there to make this film. So, and the combination of all the factors made me think of a story, and then that was like, I think, the story that I thought about. Does that answer your question? I'm not sure. So.
It does, and thank you. Oh, only one thing. I think the IR won't be very happy with your show.
Well, I think for IR, let's get the chairs in first of all. I think if you want to get the chairs in. Enough chairs. Okay, so I don't know about the IR. There are only 2 casinos in Singapore, right? So there are more than 30 in Macau. Macau actually has more casinos than Vegas. So I think the comparison is perhaps not fair.
Did you stay in Macau? This idea came about the story
Before I made this film, did I stay in Macau?
Oh, you went there. Just now when you answered him, it seems like you went there to make the film.
Well, it's a long story. I stayed in Beijing between 2004 and 2008, and when I was staying there, I did make short trips to Macau every year for small projects, theatre projects, and then after that, when I was permanently living there, I already sort of know Macau. So, and then I started to think this story. So that was the case.
It's interesting because we have all been to the glitzy part of it.
The casino part?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Do we have any more questions for Thomas or any of the rest of the crew?
Yeah. Like, it's a rare chance to ask some questions to maybe.
Maybe can you talk a little bit about the process of preparing for the film and getting budget, finding the talents, rehearsing?
Actually, in terms of budget, I think we can all guess that it's very low. And I actually had to do a lot of things myself. But of course, fortunately, like first of all, Sam is my old friend. So when I was living in Beijing, Sam was one of my best friends there. And when I first wanted to make a film, Sam was one of the first people to be very supportive of me. And he was there from day one, like from thinking about the script, writing the script. And then later on, when I started casting, Josephine was also one of my long-time friends. She was the first one to be cast, and I sort of had her in mind when I wrote the role. And then Annie here, I found her through auditions in Macau. So I held 2 audition sessions, and that's how I found her. And she's actually a Miss Macau pageant finalist. So that's pretty cool. And then Jose, actually, I met Jose shortly before the shoot. So I was lucky to have found her. Actually, it was just like, to cut a long story short, it was just friends and friends of friends, and so basically everybody came together to make this, and it was kind of cool. Yeah, good memory.
How many days did you shoot there?
We shot in 18 days, and we reshot. There was 1 day of reshoot, so total is 19 days. So it was very intensive.
That's very fun.
Oh, you guys, the 3 cars, this is your first time in the film and the production, something like this.
So should I first?
I mean, anyone it's open to a.
I think I should have helped the mic.
Is this your first time being in a production in a film like this?
This is an indie film, right?
Yeah.
I've been in the short film
Right.
and commercial movie.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have some experience behind the camera. How about for any other 2 of you?
Actually, it's my first time.
Okay.
When I was younger in middle school, I just asked for some theater show, but this is very small theater show. But for a movie, this is my first time, and I quite learned a lot from here.
In terms of cast, right?
Yeah, in terms of class. Right? I'm a professional movie critic, so I can't tell if the shots are good or how's it angled and things like that. But basically, I was just watching from a movie-going perspective. I thought the cast was quite convincing, and it's good effort. Kudos to that. Since I'm talking to you, I just want to know: is that a true representation of how the underground casinos are like in Macau? Is that a sort of like hamp up for this movie, or that's a fairly true representation? And what goes on in the back? If someone will lose their pants, and then someone else will come by, and things like that. Is this a very random thing, or it happens often enough? Anyone that's saying?
Well, actually, I came up with that. So,
Okay.
and I did not have enough guts to do enough research, maybe. So I come up with that to fit the story, to be honest. And gambling is legal in Macau. So the casinos, and to be completely honest, we couldn't shoot in the casinos, and we had to come up with something else. And I had to use whatever resources I had, and so in the end, that was the best solution for the problem.
Plot device.
Yeah.
Budget-wise?
Sorry.
Budget-wise.
What's the budget? You mean?
Yes.
We're still trying to figure that out. Because we haven't paid a lot of people, and we're still trying to figure that out. In fact, it screened in Macau 6 days before today, so, and I think it was full, right? I wasn't there, unfortunately, but it was cool, and this is just the second time people are seeing it. So we're still very fresh, very new.
Can you share some of the, one or two of the biggest difficulties making this film, and maybe one or two of the main things that you learned making it?
Well, personally, I learned a lot. Before this, I was just an actor, and as actors, we seldom go into post-production. So for me personally, post-production was a huge mountain to cross, and I had to learn from scratch. So that was difficult, and it took me a long time to learn that. And I changed a lot of things through the process because I was learning new things all the time. It was tough, and the script writing was tough too. The filming was tough too. It was basically just all tough. It took a long time, and it took my mental health to different places. And I'm glad it's finally done, and that's about it. Yeah. Maybe I should